fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. Can we go MIA somewhere far from this bullshit? Let's fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. I don't care where we go, as long as it's so far, so far, so far from here. It's about time I took a little trip.
Yo, 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 yo. What is good, everybody? It's your boy, Big Maul, back with another episode of Get It Together with Big Maul, where I'm your host, Big Maul, Jamal, Molly B, Molly J, whatever it is that you call me. Welcome back for another brand new episode. Hope you guys enjoyed your week and had a great weekend. And like I always say, you did all of the things that you were supposed to do. I hope that you discovered something new about yourself. I hope you challenged yourself. Hope you moved your body and worked out. I hope you were positive and didn't let anybody disrupt you with negative energy. And yeah, man. So man, I was working with TSA this week, right? So well last week. And you know, I was just like, you never really think about how you travel and go places, and you're out and about in new cities. Even if you're in your same city, you don't even have to be traveling. But like just when you go out into the world and you see a new face, someone that you've never seen before, you see a stranger, and you may speak to them, you may have a conversation, or it may be a hey, how you doing, head nod or whatever, and you keep going, right? But we never think the fact that like, wow, this is a stranger. This is a person I've never seen before in my life. Like I'm saying this stuff, I know it probably sounds weird, but I'm like saying this stuff because when I was working with TSA last week, it like really came across my mind like, dang, it is so many people in the world. Like there's just so much humans. There's so many people in this world that, obviously we won't see every single living, breathing person in the world. But it's like when you think about it, it's so many people in this world that we will come across and we may never even speak to them. You know what I'm saying? We may just pass them by, or we may be at a traffic light and you may look to the left or to the right of you and you see this person's face and you're just like, this is a person. This is a person you've never seen before, and they have their own face, they have their own individuality, and they are them, whoever they are. Like I said, it sounds weird that I'm saying this, but it's like just crazy to think of. It's so many people, and you are you. Like you are you. There is no one, even if you have a twin, you know what I'm saying? You are still you. You are still uniquely you. No one else can be you, no matter how hard they try, no matter how hard they try to walk like you and talk like you and act like you and look like you. They cannot be you. And I think we spend so much time trying to be like other people, whether it's a famous person or it's just someone that you see every day, or periodically throughout the year or whatever, and you try to be like them, you want to look like them, you may even want to be them, and some of that is like admiration, but then on the other hand, that's like obsession, and you don't want to be obsessed with anybody or anything for that matter. But we do that sometimes because we see the way that they are received by other people and maybe praised by other people, and, and I know that ties into insecurities as well, because you may feel some type of way about yourself, and you want some things. You see someone with certain attributes that you wish that you had. So you want to be like them and look like them, and maybe you pretend to be them. And then you may see someone else and do the same thing, and then the same thing. Like I used to do that in school when I'd probably say, I don't even know, like junior year. I no senior year. Like I was just, I'm on the shorter side, so I was like insecure about my height, and I wanted to be tall. You can't be tall. If you're not tall, you're just not, if you're a certain height, you're a certain height. Unless you hit a growth spurt. But it's like you're that height, and there's nothing that you can do about it to be taller. Or if you want to be shorter, like you can't do anything about it. Well, now you can, apparently, but there's that surgery that you can get to be taller and blah blah blah. But I'll never spend my money on that. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Like, I used to want to be taller. I used to have even though I loved what I wore, I loved my wardrobe. I loved shopping at City Trends and all these different places. Um, but still, like, I wanted to be wearing what other kids were wearing and have and feel popular. I thought popularity was a thing. So I wanted to be popular. I wanted to be received by all of these girls and be cool with everybody. And that just wasn't. You can be cool with everybody. You can be friendly. You can have your own sense of style, but it doesn't look cool. If it doesn't look cool to you, then you're just gonna assume that it's not cool to everybody else. So you're gonna want to be like someone else that appears to be cool, that looks cool, because you're insecure about yourself. But when I got older, I started realizing, like, man, wait a minute, you're him. You're him. You're him. Okay, and it took years for me to get to this point. I had to. There were things that I wanted to change about myself, like uh I wanted to grow a beard out. It took forever for me to grow this beard. I wanted to bulk up. I didn't want to be scrawny anymore. I didn't want to feel unhealthy anymore. I wanted to change. So what I did was I started working out. I started drinking water. I started eating healthy. And excuse me, I really got to the point where I was like, I'm going to change all of these negative habits that I have and change my lifestyle, and I'm going to do better, and I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to work hard for it, and I'm not going to, even if I get to a point where I can definitely see the changes, I'm not going to slack up and fall back into old habits. I'm going to keep these great habits because I love the way I feel. I love the way I look. I love the way that I feel about myself. And then, you're getting compliments too, and I don't hang my head too high, too low on compliments or anything like that. But other people will notice that when you are feeling yourself, when you are healthy, when you have that confidence, when you are walking with your head up and your chest out, people notice that. People feel that. And especially people that know you. They see it, and the strangers see it too. But I got to that point, I arrived to that point, and I told myself, like, you gotta keep going. You gotta be the best version of yourself that you can be, and find that gift that God has gave you, that purpose. Find that, locate that, and bring it out. Don't hold it in. Don't keep it in. Bring it out into the world and share it. Allow the world to experience. Touch every person that you can, no matter how far or near they are. But you are you. You are you. And you got to enjoy that. You got to love that. You got to realize that. You are you. They are them. They are going to be who they're going to be. Maybe they're a good person. They're a good hearted person. They work hard. They're doing their thing in life. Maybe they aren't such of a good person. Maybe they're negative all the time. Maybe they have some things they need to work on. Maybe you need to stay away from those people. Hello? Stay away from them then. But you can draw different things from people. You can learn from others. You can take different things from people and incorporate them into your life if they're positive, if they will continue to elevate you. Whether it's a habit or a way of thinking or whatever it is. I remember Nipsey Hussle, the late great Nipsey Hussle was on he was doing an interview. I can't remember who it was he was being interviewed by, but he was being interviewed, and the person asked him, "Hey, um, are you the smartest person on your team?" And he said, "No." He said he's probably the dumbest. And he expounded on that, and he said basically, like, man, um, I surround myself with people that are better than me, that think better than me, that think differently than me. Um, and we all have the common goal to be successful and to always grow, but I want to be around people that I can learn from. I want to be around people that I can I can be myself in the room with, or around, and I can ask them questions about things they can teach me about, and I can continue to be who I am, but also grow and incorporate things. Um, in my life that's going to help me, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So I always look at what people are doing, whether it's content creating or podcasting or even working out, even um their eating habits and what they're reading and how they're doing certain things. And I'm like, well, maybe I let me try that. I'm gonna try that. That's inspiring to me. That's motivating to me. I don't look at people and get jealous anymore. I used to get jealous in high school. Yes, of course. I used to get jealous. I wish I could do that. I wish I could run like that. I wish I could could have all these girls seemingly like they want me. Um, but that's high school. That's that's immature thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's ignorant. But a lot of people are still thinking like that today. People are still with that high school popularity mindset. And it's time to change that. You got to get off of that. We grown now. There's time. Now it's time for you to figure out who you are. And there's nothing wrong with the fact that you don't know who you are. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. But find it out. Like really sit with yourself and think about the things that you like and like to do. Think about your strengths. Think about your weaknesses. And bring those strengths out. Put those strengths into something that you love to do. And those weaknesses, work on them. Every single one. And I feel like it gets ugly when you have to do those things with yourself because you don't want to look at the things that are holding you back. You don't want to have to face those demons. But if you continue to bury them, you're going to continue to suffer in silence. And like I said, I see it still with adults. Hopefully I'm not around and I don't have like my friends. I hopefully they aren't like that. I haven't seen it, but me, honestly, I love being me. And the more I grow, the older I get, the more I experience life, the more I continue to love myself and the more I continue to grow. So many people have came up to me, especially recently, and have said, I wish I had your drive. I wish I had your type of motivation. The fact that you can get up at 4 a.m. and go to the gym by yourself and work out by yourself is amazing. The fact that you're this consistent is amazing. The fact that you're so, do you meditate? Because your energy is always, I worked at every single thing that people see me doing. I woke up and decided I wanted to change things about myself, and I started working at them bit by bit every single day until I got to the point where not only did I feel comfortable in my own skin, but I wasn't afraid to just put that out into the world for everybody else to see. Not to show off, not to be cocky, not to be arrogant, but to be confident. And for a source of inspiration for people to do the same exact thing. And that is why I'm saying that right now. Um, if you can hear the rain in the background, I'm sorry. Because I am sitting in my car. I record in my car. But just in case people didn't know that. But no, yeah. So like I do that for others to see. Like it's okay. If I can if I can love myself with still having flaws and faults and all of that stuff, you can. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter what pronouns you go by. None of that stuff matters. Your sexual preference, none of it matters. You have to be comfortable in your own skin and not worry about who is going to say what. You can't live up to anybody else's standards. I want you to live right. I want you to be positive. I want you to eat right. I want you to drink right. I want you to work out. And I want you to get in that Bible and pray. I want you to practice positive affirmations. I want you to journal and be right internally and spiritually and mentally. But I want you to love that and not be ashamed of it. Because it's one thing to practice self-love and and be in the house where nobody else can see you. But when you go out into the world, that has to show. You can't shrink yourself around your friends or around anybody. You can't be a lesser version of yourself around anybody, because if you are, there's either one or two things that's going on. Either you around the wrong people and they you feel like you gotta shrink because they aren't growing and they aren't themselves, or two, you just aren't confident enough to be who you really are. Man, I have a friend. I don't work with him anymore. We used to work together, but he moved. When I first met him about 4 years ago, he I immediately noticed how comfortable he was in his own skin. Immediately. If he's listening, I'm not even gonna give his name out. If he's listening to this, if you listening to this, bro, you know exactly who you are. But he was not and still not afraid to be himself. And yes, did it rub people the wrong way? Of course. It rubbed people the wrong way. He just gonna dress like that. He just gonna act like that. He just gonna be. Listen, when you are confident in your own skin, you don't care about what nobody say. And you know the eyes is on you. And you know the whisperers are whispering. You know they talking about you. But guess what? They can't stop the show. And they won't stop the show. They can't. They can't. And this is a person that we don't talk every day, but I do consider him a friend. And I admire the fact that no matter what, he is true to him. And that is the way that you are supposed to be. As long as you keeping it respectful, you not bothering nobody. And I mean, but literally physically bothering people, then do you live your life. I want everybody to be positive and to be happy and just live their life. Of course, it's all these people in the world. I just never really thought, like I said, I just never really thought about all of these different people are in the world. And when you see a face, you've never seen this face before, but it's a face that you couldn't imagine. Like if you were to be sitting down, let's say if you're writing a book and you've made up these characters, right? And you are describing each character so you can have them in your head and so the reader can picture a scene and picture these characters, and you've written and drawn up these character models in your head, whether, and I'm not talking about you imagining people that you know. You're literally imagining somebody dressed a certain way, looking a certain way, and then you go out and you just see these people that are just looking like them, and you're like, wow. You got your own face, you got your own identity, you your own person, and you just out here. And you don't know what people are doing or thinking and what they got going on in their lives, but they're they're alive, they're moving. Hopefully they're in a great headspace. Hopefully they're trying their best to continue pressing forward and whatever they got going on. But the point I'm making is it's just a million people in this world, and you are part of that. So what are you doing to make a difference as being you? What are you doing? Are you sitting on your talents? Are you sitting on your purpose? Or are you putting it out? You're not afraid to go out there with little to no support, whether you putting it out there and getting the shares, the likes, the views, and the comments. Man, listen, I jumped out on the limb with my content on TikTok 5 years ago. I did it out of boredom. Then I realized, like, I'm funny. I, I'm always making people laugh. And then I'm like, so I'm going to start making funny videos on here. So I was making funny videos, funny skits, doing it. And well, they're all over. They're all on Facebook. They're on Instagram. They're on YouTube, and they're all on TikTok. Every last video. Then like I got to a point where I felt like I was growing, and I wanted to target a different audience. I wanted to do something that was even more impactful. I wanted to make people feel safe. I wanted to make people feel heard. I wanted to make people feel like, and when I even feel, but like realize like you are not alone in these feelings, or this is the way to describe this feeling. It's it's okay to not know what's next. It's okay to doubt yourself. It's okay to feel lost. Like I felt like I want to impact people more, and I start thinking about different conversations that I had with people that I respect, and then it was just like I'm about to switch it up, and then I started switching it up, and I started going out on the limb again, posting different content. No, not worrying about. And I used to get upset about why my friends not sharing this or liking this, or but they sharing this person's stuff, and they're not even that close to them. Never mind. Keep going. Keep going. Then I started a podcast. It was on my heart to start a podcast. Something totally different, totally out of my comfort zone. But I'm like, no, we gonna do it anyway. And now look, I got subscribers from all over the entire world. And I got people still finding me and still listening and still just coming in and sitting down for the 20 minutes or 23 minutes or whatever, however long I'm talking. And if they're gaining something from it, or if they know someone that can gain something from it, they referring them to it, sharing it to it, whatever the case. And I'm like, this is what it's all about. I just want to reach people. I want people to feel heard. I want people to feel loved. I want people to feel respected. And I want them to know that it is okay. So like, what are you doing with your purpose? And there's more to come. But like, what are you doing with your purpose, with your time, with your individuality? What are you doing with it? You are one in a million. Aaliyah made that song. Rest in peace to Aaliyah. She made that song. Your love is one in a million. Think about it. One in a million? Can't nobody love me like you? Now that, Miss Aaliyah, you never know. If you dealing with if you dealing with somebody that ain't good for you, it's definitely somebody can love you better. But one in a million. You are one in a million. So what are you doing to stand out? Man, what are you doing? Come on, man. Like I just get excited thinking about the fact that I love who I am. I love getting up at 4 a.m. to work out. I love talking to people. I love making videos. I love getting on this podcast. I love having conversations. I love doing 5K runs. I love reading. Love I love moving my body. I love eating right. I love putting my energy out there, whether it's the people I know or strangers. I love me. Do you love you? You are one in a million. All of the people, all of the faces, you are you. Take control of that and ascend. Come on, man. Let's do it. Let's go. Stop holding yourself back. It ain't your mama's job. It ain't your daddy's job. It ain't your spouse's job. It ain't your kid's job. It ain't your boss's job. It's your job. Get up, ascend, go, move, survive. Let's go. Man, that's all I got for y'all today. Take that motivational speech that I just put out for y'all to listen and feel and go out and live your very best life and just be in love with yourself. Find your passion, find your purpose, and put it out into the world, man. Love your skin. Love the skin that you in. You are one in a million. Man, I'm gonna catch y'all later, okay? Hope you enjoyed the episode. Enjoy your week. Please, please, please do not let it be mundane. All right? Switch it up. Have y'all been working out like I've been telling y'all to do? Have y'all been moving y'all body like I've been telling y'all to do? No. Have you been drinking your water? No. Have you been eating right? No. Go do it this week. Don't miss out on yourself. Don't miss out on yourself. Like my girl Nina says, do not miss out on yourself. I love you and there's nothing that you can do about it. Okay? But share this episode, share this podcast, share everything, like everything, repost everything, comment on it. I don't care. Save it. Check me out on all social media platforms at Jamal Butler. That is JeMahlButler. Okay, I appreciate the love far and near. I appreciate everything that you guys have just been doing with me. Just listening and just being there, man. We a family. I love y'all so much. And never ever be afraid to inbox me. I'm always ready to talk. If you need some advice, if you need somebody to vent to, if you got questions, if you got suggestions, opinions, all of that stuff, feedback, holler at me, okay? We gonna keep this thing moving and grooving. All right. I love y'all. Like I said, don't let this week be mundane. All of these faces, all of these people, you are one in a million. Do something about it. Do something with it. Okay? I will catch y'all on my next episode. Peace.
So far